Hey everyone, Tech here. Welcome to Tech's Tavern. Grab a brew, pull up a chair, and let's continue with our Let's Play for Crusader Kings 2, Croatia. And you may have noticed when you played this video or saw it come up on your list, hopefully, that it's kind of a short video. And actually this is my second time recording it because the first time I did this it was like 12 minutes long, which was entirely too long for what I'm doing here. But this is basically a quick setup video prior to actually launching into the full Revolt. And the reason I'm doing it is I got a lot of great feedback from you guys, not only in the last couple videos, but in some private messages. I got like 4 or 5 with people asking questions saying, well, you could do this, you could do that, but what is this, what is that? And so I just wanted to do a real, kind of a quick video, clicking a few things, showing a few things, giving kind of my general thought process on how I'm going to approach this, and then put this short video up, and then when on the next episode we will actually start into it, and I'm probably going to play that whole series of events out until it gets to a resolved point. So it'll probably be like, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes worth of content, I would imagine, but it'll be firing pretty quick. So anyway, this is kind of the last calm before the storm, so to speak. A couple things real quickly, so we don't drag on. One thing was the dilemma with the wife and the heir. A lot of people were given different suggestions saying that we should either, assassinate her or plot to assassinate, wait for her to die, which is really not a very good option because she could live for 12 more years or 15 years and then we're hosed, because we're not going to get an heir out of her. So we have to do something. The best option, which I think I'm going to do, is to request divorce. What you can see here, to request a divorce, it costs you 50 piety, and if granted, it will be viewed as an insult by her relatives, which means basically her and any of her relatives, our opinion is going to take a whack. Which is kind of a little bit bad because if you see here, she already has a negative 41 opinion, so that means a revolt probably would happen from her, and she holds 2 counties. She holds Zadar and Ragusa, so that would probably spur it on. But right here you can see it would be approved. The Pope has a positive opinion of us, 38, so we would be able to get the divorce approved. So that is most likely what we are going to do. So that would take care of that issue, and then what I'll do is immediately upon that happening, we'll pause, find a young wife that has some good traits for having children, the fertility stuff and all that, and try to get us a son out as quick as possible. We should be fine. I mean, Lucas II here, he's only 43, so we got at least 20 years. If we can have a son within, say, 5 or 6 years, we should be set. We should be good to go. A couple other things people brought up. One thing was in regards to the kinsman here. People are pointing out that this guy here, this Castamir Jamorvik, whatever, he's the same dynasty as us, so that technically if we didn't have a son and it was to follow through to him, for whatever reason, we'd be okay. But the problem is he's 58. He could die before we die, and then we start getting into some weird shenanigans possibly. I mean, this is our uncle and kinsman here, but they're older, so then you got to start looking further down the line. Just some weird things can happen, and then you have this guy who's a Byzantine Empire. So, I mean, it just starts getting really messy. The best scenario is to get a son, so we're gonna have to take care of that regardless of how it happens. So that is that situation. In regards to the revolt, another thing that some people pointed out was that because I was over the dement size, that was definitely giving me a penalty to a lot of these people, which actually we may even be able to still see that because we haven't unpaused the game. But if we look at, like, say this guy here, and I don't see it on his elective title claimant. I don't know, we'll look at that, but supposedly that should decrease a few of them, hopefully. Some of these are kind of weird, though, to be honest. Short reign is obviously giving us a big one, which always happens, and there's no way to really avoid that, unfortunately. So, but that should help a little bit once we kind of get the clock rolling again, and I mean, we're going to get some revolts. It's just how severe. Is it going to be as severe as it was for his father, for Lucas the First, or is it going to be? Are we going to be able to dodge a bullet on a few of them, possibly? I mean, but some of these guys that are way up there on the negatives. I mean, it's just. I mean, these guys here, Pest and Nyrita or Nitria or whatever. That's just, it's going to happen, and there's probably not a whole lot that's going to happen. So, like, these guys right here are going to revolt, you know, and probably Gimmer and all these guys. That's all going to happen. Belgord, which is over here, you know, they're probably all going to revolt. If I get the divorce, then these two are going to revolt. But, I mean, I should still have the advantage overall, so we should be able to fight it back. So that's where we're at. One other small quick note to end off the video. It says if you're interested in Paradox games and you're interested in Medieval, which you probably should be if you're watching this series, I am on the War of the Roses beta, which technically you buy the game on Steam, you get on the beta, so they do have an NDA attached to it, which is the tricky thing, because I actually recorded some great footage and I wanted to put a video up for you guys, but there's an NDA, but it's kind of a weird NDA. I read through it, and compared to others I've seen, it doesn't specifically say anything in regards to video game footage, commentary, etc. It mainly talks about, you know, rights as far as code and all this other kind of stuff. I've seen other NDAs before that specifically say, you know, you cannot do videos, you cannot do commentary, you cannot do, you know, previews, you know, blah blah blah. This one really doesn't say anything. I mean, the word video or footage appears nowhere in the entire NDA. And I see a lot of other people putting videos up on YouTube about it, so I'm not really clear. I tried to send an email directly to one of the producers on the game, and I haven't heard anything back. But hopefully I can get a video up of that soon for you guys as well, because it's pretty interesting. I mean, if you like the PvP in Mount and Blade, it's obviously, if you watch videos, it's got a similar feel, but it's pretty cool. So anyway, hopefully I'll have something on that, and again, you'll start seeing the videos rolling out on the series, the CK2 series, very soon. So I want to end it here, get out of here quick, and expect probably a day from the time you see this video to see the next part and it starts going. So any other suggestions, ideas, comments, whatever you have, throw them at me on this video down below, and I will make sure to read all the comments right before I start the next episode. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for coming to the tavern, and I will see you guys on the next one.